We're back, people, and today we're bringing on film on DeShon Elliott, newest Miami Dolphins safety. I like the signing. They got him for pretty cheap, and he's going to come in and be your third safety, rotational type of safety. He's not going to come in and be some amazing player for you, but he's going to be around average, making some decent plays. He's not going to be a huge detriment to the team when he's in there. I think versatility is a big part of his game. He can line up anywhere. Like right here, they got him down as like the will linebacker, dime linebacker type of player. His biggest strength is tackling, and he's better in run support than in coverage, I would say, which is important in a Fangio defense because he can play plays and run support from in the box and a deep alignment because they usually have light boxes, and he can come down. Very smart versus the run as well. In coverage, he can improve on some things, but that's what you get. You're getting him in here not to be like a top-tier type of safety. That's what they paid for, get him a nice rotational piece. But just watch him read this play. They try to work the end around, and all of this play is flowing to the right. But the reason he feels this to the back is the off-ball tight end. He's just reading this out of his peripheral vision, and once he sees the off-ball tight end working to the opposite side on like a split zone look, he starts cheating to this side, feeling his gap. This is great instincts, and then he's now keying the end around, and he's hard playing this outside leverage, setting the edge. He's a contained defender here. Forces Lazard back to the inside. Once he does that, he gets down, helps make the tackle, trip him up there. Excellent play from DeShon Elliott. I think he's a very smart player near the line of scrimmage. He understands his job. He's not going to be, flying around just making a bunch of type of plays, but he plays with a nice combination of aggressiveness and discipline, which I think is important for a safety. Another example of Elliott coming off the edge. He's a pretty good blitzer versus the run and the pass. He just times this up perfectly, disguises this. This is sort of his fit. He's either going to be down in the box as your strong safety, or if you have a two safety look, he can go back playing a two safety type shell, two deep look, or play quarters. He's not going to be like a single high type of safety. He did play that a decent amount, but he's not going to make a huge impact there. But he just times this up perfectly. He has a great feel versus the run. Sees the tight end working to the opposite side. This time he's on the play side of it, and he just replaces where their tight end's going, replaces that gap, doesn't allow the receiver to get a crackback block because of how he times and disguises the blitz, and then gets the tackle for loss, almost gets the safety. Excellent play there from Elliott. The run support is definitely what I was most impressed by watching his film. Here we get to see Elliott in coverage, playing man-to-man versus Evan Ingram. He can play some man-to-man versus tight ends. He's not going to be like super great versus like those high change of direction type routes, but he can carry people vertically, and this is just a good job of just reading the tight end's hips, understands the alignment, understands they like to attack down the seam, especially from where Ingram's aligned. He just maintains his outside leverage, and you can see his eyes are just reading the hips of the receiver here, reading those hips the entire way, sticks in the hip pocket of the tight end, and just completely takes it away. You can even see it from this angle as well. Just good patience, good job maintaining his leverage to the outside, forces Ingram to try to, attack that outside leverage, work to the inside, and his eyes are just on the hips the entire time. He gets his hands worked around him as well. Doesn't get like too tuggy or too holdy, but he can at times get a little too aggressive there. But he just stays with good patience, good awareness, understanding of his positioning, and makes a good play in man-to-man. Not going to be his super strong point as a game, but it's just another versatility type of thing that he can do for you. For the Lions, he didn't play a ton of like quarters, cover six type of coverages, but this is what he's going to be doing a lot in Miami if he plays a decent amount, playing as a two deep shell, especially if Brandon Jones starts the season off injured, coming off the injury. And if they do have a three safety look, I could see either Elliott or Jones being the guy that plays down in the box or the slot while Holland and Elliott play deep, or Holland and Jones play deep, because they both can do down in the box type stuff. But Elliott in cover six, he's the quarters defender. He's on the backside of the 3x1, and you want to see a guy that's able to poach and take away the number three, understanding his responsibility, and he just completely takes this away. This is where he's trying to look, attacking the middle of the field to this wide receiver. Lawrence is trying to go with the ball there, but he is able to take this away, squeezing this, doesn't just stay over here cover grass. He's on the backside, they're locked on the 3x1. He's disguising like he's going to help bracket this coverage, but then squeezes over, becomes the poach defender. Very important in a Vic Fangio style defense that you understand this and you're able to do this. Pass off these routes, and then by the time he takes this away, Trevor Lawrence is getting sacked. So good job understanding his job and a deep responsibility. He's not going to be super active back there making crazy plays with a bunch of range. He's not the best athlete, but he understands his job and he gets it done. Elliott in man coverage again, playing off man with some cushion here, just covering the slant, understanding this is what the Packers love to do, get the ball out quickly, and this is versus a wide receiver this time. He's got his outside leverage, knowing he has help deep over the middle, and his responsibility is maintaining his outside leverage just based on the alignment of the wide receiver. And he starts to, take this inside stem right here. He weaves a little bit. You can see his footwork weave to maintain a good relationship with the receiver. And then once he breaks the inside, he reads this very quickly and makes a play right at the catch point. Good job swatting the timing. Really nice there. Excellent play from DeShon Elliott, and it's pretty impressive. It was also against Allen Lazard, who's going to be in the division this year for the Jets. So yeah, good play there from DeShon Elliott. A lot of times when safeties come down into the box, teams try to block them with a wide receiver, but Elliott recognizes these plays very quickly. He's very opportunistic. When he sees this huge gap open up, he's not going to allow Christian Watson to cut him off, and he just shoots down into this B gap. He's fully responsible for this. There's a lot of space here. They double team here. He kicks out to the D end. So Elliott just shoots down. This forces A.J. Dillon to sort of bend this back. And then once he's filled into this gap, he's just reading the running back, tracking him the whole way, helping take out his legs from behind. Very good play in run support. Elliott will continuously make plays in run support. I just feel like that's where his biggest strength is. I've said it a couple times now. He's also the tackling as well. He's a very strong tackler. If you've seen the clip probably of him hitting Derrick Henry, which is kind of a little bit of an overrated clip because Henry kind of fell to his knees when it happened. But still, very impressive, his tackling. He's a big hitter when he gets the opportunity. Here we have DeShon Elliott in the single high look versus the Cowboys. They got a 3 receiver set to here, and this tight end is over here to this side blocking. So he knows he can just get over to this 3 receiver side, cheat, doesn't have to just play middle of the field. He's reading Dak here, and once he sees Dak sort of fake this screen to this side, he knows there's only really a couple options, and it's usually just throwing vertically on the, they go in the fake block and go. So he immediately just opens up his hips, starts to take off, which gets himself into good position to help make a play over the top. Doesn't have a ton of range type of player, but when he can, use his instincts, football awareness to put himself into a good position, he will do it. Just love that situational understanding of the plays, that they're not going to attack him on the opposite side of the field. He can cheat to their side, especially once he sees a tight end go into block. And nice mental processing type play there from Elliott. A lot of teams are doing this now, bringing wide receivers down into block, like inside the tight end, filling up this gap, creating like an extra gap down here when safeties are down in the box. But Elliott has faced this a decent amount of times, and once he sees this, he just comes down, takes on the wide receivers at the point of attack, gets physical, he extends those hands, he's in complete control of his gap. He plays this with perfect technique, very nuanced player, very savvy when he's getting engaged versus running backs. He extends here. Now he's in complete control. Now once you've got control with 2 hands, you just want to play with 1 hand. He controls the left hand, and he's playing his gap to the outside. Pollard is forced right into him, and he gets the tackle, plays that play to perfection versus the run. This is one of DeShon Elliott's interception, cover 1. Not the most impressive pick when it comes to like the process of the play, because it kind of bounces off the receiver's hands. But he does finish strong here, making the diving interception. I mean, it's a cover 1 situation. He's throwing a slant on the backside. Like, he shouldn't be in a position to make a play on this. It's just no safety is going to make a play on this type of football. But he still breaks on it, doesn't give up on the play, gets close enough to give himself a chance in case something like this happens, and then makes the diving interception, full extension. It's nice to see him at least have the ball skills to make those types of play. We can watch from the back end. Pretty smooth in his pedal here as well. Smooth, solid break, transition, pretty good as well. And he just makes a nice diving interception, solid body control, full extension as well. Catching this ball, getting his hands underneath. Nice play there from Elliot as well. This is definitely where Elliott's at his best, down in the box. They try to get these receivers to either block him. They either fill it right here, or they the receiver tight, trying to, get a little bit of a crackback block on him, but he just fills gaps instantly. He wastes no time. He'll either take you on at the point of attack, or if you try to get the angle on him, he'll just get down, stay square, dip the shoulder, reduce the surface area. So many plays like this. I've already shown multiple plays where he makes that exact same play, running to his side. He can do it from the play side. He can make plays from the backside, down versus the run. Just a really, really, really good stuff from Elliott on all of these types of situations. Another one of the few examples of Elliott playing in a cover 6, which is very important because this is what he's going to be doing a lot in Vic Fangio's defense. He finds the receiver on the backside. He sees this play action. He doesn't, fall for the rollout that Geno Smith is doing here, and then they throw it back to the left side. He's just seeing this. Now he's locating a receiver working to his side. He sees 84, the tight end that could have threatened him vertically, working over to the opposite side of the field. So he snaps his eyes, finds Metcalf. He reads this the whole way, puts himself into a great position. He probably got a little too grabby at the catch point, but doesn't get called for it. But excellent play here. If he just leaves this safety one-on-one on the opposite side, Metcalf is going to score a touchdown, but Elliot helps him out. Great stuff. I can see why Vic Fangio wanted him to be that sort of third safety, a guy that could play deep, especially if Brandon Jones, like I said, is still injured. Last play that I'm going to break down. Here we get to see Elliot in a quarters, type of alignment again to his side, but this time he's not working to the backside of a 3x1, or you just find the receiver on the opposite side of the field, running a 2 deep route concept. It's a 2x2, and you can just see really smooth pedal, really smooth footwork, maintaining his leverage, reading from 2 to 1, 2 threatens him vertically to the inside, and once he, breaks on this dig that gets rounded off a little bit, he transitions beautifully. Would have been there if they tried to throw it. He was in position to make a play on this ball. This is just sort of textbook coverage in quarters. Very important in this Vic Fangio defense. Good job by, this is a type of play that you're going to see the Dolphins running. Got to have a linebacker who can reroute, disrupt, and then be active in zone. That's Malcolm Rodriguez, a rookie. I've done film on him as well. He's a great player. But DeShon Elliott makes a very good play to break on this, reading it the whole way through from 2 to 1. And just a pretty solid signing for the Dolphins. I'm not super crazy about it. I mean, I really love the David Long signing. That's my favorite move of the offseason. I think DeShon Elliott will come in, be a decent rotational depth piece. Not going to be super impactful, but he's not going to, make any huge detrimental plays to cost the team either. I think his guys will come in, just do his job. Won't be super exceptional, but won't be, like I've said, detrimental. I probably said this word too many times. So we're just going to end this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.